Advisory. Distinguished is not intended for all audiences. The following stories are true and may contain details that some find disturbing. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Next on Distinguished, we honor the legacy of Sergeant First Class Bennie G. Adkins. Bennie G. Adkins was born on February 1, 1934, in Waurika, Oklahoma. He was drafted into the U.S. Army on December 5, 1956, at the age of 22. While assigned to the 2nd Infantry Division, in Fort Benning, Georgia, Adkins volunteered for Airborne School and Special Forces. On March 9 to March 12 of 1966, Adkins distinguished himself during 38 hours of close combat fighting against enemy forces. At that time, Adkins was serving as an intelligence sergeant with Detachment A-102, 5th Special Forces Group, 1st Special Forces at Camp Achau, in the Republic of Vietnam. When Camp Achau was attacked by a large North Vietnamese force, in the early morning hours of March 9, Adkins rushed through intense enemy fire and manned a mortar position defending the camp. He continued to mount a defense, even while incurring wounds from several direct hits from enemy mortars. Upon learning that several soldiers were wounded near the center of camp, he temporarily turned the mortar over to another soldier, ran through exploding mortar rounds and dragged several comrades to safety. As the hostile fire subsided, Adkins exposed himself to sporadic sniper fire, and carried his wounded comrades to a more secure position at the camp dispensary, and transporting a wounded casualty to an airstrip for evacuation. He and his group then came under heavy small arms fire from members of the Civilian Irregular Defense Group that had defected to fight with the North Vietnamese. Despite this overwhelming force, Adkins maneuvered outside the camp to evacuate a seriously wounded American, and draw fire away from the aircraft, all the while successfully covering the rescue. Later, when a resupply airdrop landed outside of the camp perimeter, Adkins again moved outside of the camp walls, to retrieve the much-needed supplies. During the early morning hours of March 10, enemy forces launched their main assault. Within 2 hours, Adkins was the only defender firing a mortar weapon. When all mortar rounds were expended, Adkins began placing effective rifle fire upon enemy, as they infiltrated the camp perimeter and assaulted his position. Despite receiving additional wounds from enemy rounds exploding on his position, Adkins fought off relentless waves of attacking North Vietnamese soldiers. Adkins then withdrew to regroup with a smaller element of soldiers at the communications bunker. While there, he single-handedly eliminated numerous insurgents with small arms fire, almost completely exhausting his supply of ammunition. Braving intense enemy fire, he returned to the mortar pit, gathered vital ammunition and evaded fire while returning to the bunker. After the order was given to evacuate the camp, Adkins and a small group of soldiers destroyed all signal equipment and classified documents, dug their way out of the rear of the bunker, and fought their way out of the camp. Because of his efforts to carry a wounded soldier to an extraction point and leave no one behind, Adkins and his group were unable to reach the last evacuation helicopter. Adkins then rallied the remaining survivors and led the group into the jungle, evading the enemy for 48 hours until they were rescued by helicopter on March 12. During the 38-hour battle and 48 hours of escape and evasion, Adkins fought with mortars, machine guns, recoilless rifles, small arms, and hand grenades, killing an estimated 135 to 175 enemies, while sustaining 18 different wounds. As a member of Special Forces, Adkins served 3 non-consecutive tours in Vietnam during his 22-year career. He retired from the military on August 31, 1978. On September 15, 2014, Adkins was presented with the Medal of Honor by President Barack Obama. Adkins was also awarded the Distinguished Service Cross, Silver Star, Bronze Star Medal with 1 bronze oak leaf cluster and V device, the Purple Heart with 2 bronze oak leaf clusters, the Army Commendation Medal, the Army Good Conduct Medal with bronze clasp and 5 loops, the National Defense Service Medal, the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal with 1 Silver Service Star and 1 Bronze Service Star, the Presidential Unit Citation, the Meritorious Unit Citation, the Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal with 60 device, the Republic of Vietnam Bravery Medal with Brass Star, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Bronze Star, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation with Palm Device, the Combat Infantryman Badge, the Special Forces Tab, the U.S. Army Master Parachutist Badge, the Vietnamese Parachutist Badge, 2 awards, the Expert Badge with Rifle and Pistol Bars, the Sharpshooter Badge with Carbine Bar, and the Marksman Badge with Machine Gun Bar. Sergeant First Class Bennie G. Adkins passed away on April 17, 2020, in Opelika, Alabama. He was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the stories and lives of military heroes. We hope you've been inspired and moved by their courage and sacrifice. We can't do this without your support. If you've enjoyed this podcast, we kindly ask that you continue to support us by spreading the word. Leaving a positive rating and review on your favorite podcast platform will help others discover these remarkable stories. Don't forget to like and share our episodes on social media. Your personal recommendation can make a significant impact. By sharing these stories, you play a vital role in honoring the bravery of our military heroes and ensuring their legacies live on. Together, let's continue to shine a light on the incredible men and women who have served and protected our nation.